Welcome, this is SVG2000. Thank you for joining me. In this video I'm going to take you through a short little tour of my Vault 88. It's not quite complete, but I just wanted to go through and show you some of the things I've done as far as lighting goes. I know it's a big concern for a lot of people out there that are into the settlement building and building in the vault here, so I thought I'd show you what I've done in here, and hopefully it'll give you some ideas of what you could do for your vault. As we enter in here, I have yet to actually do anything as far as lighting in the first entranceway here. Those conduits that you get that radiate power, you can't mount to these walls. They're just passing right through. I couldn't connect them. I've started putting these little conduit switches that go all the way back to the reactor in the back room over there. But I haven't got around to actually adding any lights here. But we'll go off into the atrium, and I'll show you what I've done in there to make it a lot better than it was. First off, when you come to the first hallway, you can notice right off the bat the difference compared to all this being all shaded and dark. If that's the look you're going for, then that's great. I wanted a more brighter hallways, easier to see, and I don't know, I like the look that it gives. So what I did is I added these lights in here. Compared to, say, these lights that just cast the shadow, these ones here seem to light up the whole entire hallway really nicely, and I put one in each section of the corridor. This one here I actually sunk in. These ones here, I should have sunk those in more, but now that they're there, they're not letting me sink them in. I can't select them or anything like that, so don't know what's going on there. But anyway, still like the look of the light and how bright it is. And we'll go off here into the atrium. As you can see, it's nice and bright, not overpowering as far as the light goes. There's nice shadows in certain areas, and the places that matter are nicely lit up, and you can easily see around everywhere. It's not like it used to be, like this hallway here. When you're in it, it doesn't seem so bad, but compared to any area you start to light up, it's a big difference. And what I ended up using is these string lights here. I found that they cast the best light out of any light for a bigger area like this. For smaller areas like the hallways and certain bedrooms, I ended up using these, which, as far as what came with the DLC, are the best as far as I'm concerned. These here is what I first started out with in this area. I thought, well, if I put a bunch of these just underneath the platform, it would light up the area pretty good, but they don't. I'll probably end up removing those ones because they're pretty much nothing but a straight down spotlight. They're really kind of useless. I do not like those ones at all. We'll go into my maintenance area here. I'll show you a few more examples of some lights and how it looks in the room using those ones. In this maintenance room here, you can see I got all the workbenches and stuff in here. I started off with these grates here. There was still tons of shadowing using these vent grate ones. So in some areas where it was really dark, I just ended up adding these ones that I really like. And yeah, seemed to light it up really nice. Not too bright, not too dark, just nice contrast. That's the way I like it. Now we'll go off, and again, like I say, same lighting in all the hallways. Works really good. We'll go into this bedroom. Again, I use these guys. One in the center and one in the four corners. I actually sunk them in, because when it comes to this arc, they didn't quite look right or sit right when it's the roof starts to arc like that. So I recessed them and to make sure I don't have any dark shadows in the corner and everything, and it seemed to light up the bedrooms just right, I think. Again, not too much light, not too many shadows. Works out pretty good. This here is just continuing on with the hallways, same type of lighting. This goes off into more bedrooms. Again, continued the lighting there. We'll go back into the atrium area. And here I will show you, I've actually, in this upper part, You see, I got these string lights all across the top here, and these lights here is what I first started out with before I added the string lights. And I'll show you the difference, because on the other side I removed these string lights to show you how much darker it is without them. If you're going for that look, then by all means go with it, if that's what you kind of like. But with just these, for me, I feel that it just gives too much light along the walls and not enough towards the center, towards the railings, or even slightly overcasting into the rest of the atrium. Where on this side, it gives a better light without being overpowering, and can cast off into the stairs, so they're not so dark either. So I like how that turned out. In this room here, before I got into using those other small rectangular lights, I ended up using these ones to see what it looked like. The lighting in here is fine. I don't mind how it looks. It's just I don't think these lights really go for a bedroom look. I'll probably end up switching those out. Those would be probably better for the maintenance area compared to the grates or those other ones that I'm using. It would kind of go good with that look. Now I'll take you over to... Well, we'll take you over to the small bathroom areas that I made here. I made a few of these in there. And I just went with the vented grate. Kind of gives you the look like there might be like a bathroom fan in there and gives good lighting. I do have another setup in a different bathroom that I will show you. This here is my barber. I ended up going with the long fluorescence in there. It gives a decent lighting for what I wanted in here and the look that I wanted in here. The one in the hallway, I originally put this stupid round spotlight one. I will be removing it. It's just too dark when you're first coming into there. I don't like the difference from going to the hallway to there. So I will be changing that out. In here, I kind of went in mixture with these longer fluorescents and then these little rectangular caged ones. And that's the look I ended up there inside the clinic. With all my trading posts here, these are just temporary till the 1.7 patch, and then I'll be switching all those out. I'll take you up into the overseer, again continuing through the hallways with all those rectangular cage lights. Come into the overseers. I used the rectangular cage lights, lit up an area this big really nice without standing out or anything. In the corners where there seemed to be lots of shadowing, I put these ones. See, if you take that out of there, it gets a little dark. It's not bad if you like that look. Again, you can set it up the way you like, but I kind of like how these lamps look and how it lights up the dark corners. In here's the overseer's bedroom. I'll probably end up putting those lights into these corners as well to kind of get rid of those dark spots there. In here's the bathroom for the overseers, and here's where I just put one of those recess lights so you can kind of see what that look is and how it lights up in here, similar to the grate. For such a little room, either one works really nicely. Down here, it's kind of like an escape hallway, an alternate exit for the overseer to get out of the vault quickly. This just goes down the hallway, down to the end here. Go through this little door, and it takes you to a vault door. This just connects to one of these hallways, snaps in there really nicely. On the outside, went up with a concrete setup here. I got this idea from No Respawn. He had an awesome video on how to do this. I was really struggling with how to get these to snap into this, but yeah, check that out on his site on his channel. It's a great video on how to get that into there. This hallway I haven't finished yet, but you can kind of see the difference. You know, putting in those little rectangular cage lights to not having anything, it's way better in my opinion. Inside my hydroponics, I ended up going with these long fluorescents. It gave me the look I wanted for this hydroponics area. Lights it up really nicely. The planters, they fit in there good. These benches, just a side note, you have to kind of test them out to see which way they're facing. There apparently is a certain way that they face. I had them facing the other way. You can't really tell by looking at them, but once they're there and the settlers were sitting on them and glitching through the wall, flipped them around and haven't had any problems since. Going into cafeteria here, this is before I used those rectangular lights. I ended up having to use quite a few of these grates just to get any half-decent lighting, and it's still not where I'd want it. And I put these in the corners because the corners were so dark. But again, I don't like how they shine at all. I'll probably be removing these stupid things. I'm not a fan of them at all. I'll be putting in those, the proper countertops once the 1.7 update comes out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's a quick overview of the vault and what I did to light it up. I did put these fluorescents on the roof. I had to use wires because those radiant conduits don't reach that high up. They just got the first 1 or 2 lights, and then I had to put little connectors and run some wire about halfway in order to get them all lit up. But that's pretty much how I ended up lighting up my vault. Hope this kind of helps you out with your vault and maybe gives you some ideas on what you might want to go with. If you happen to like the video, hit the like button or subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video of a settlement tour. Thanks for joining me.